That works. Hey, Bones, do you remember how to mark people in Uncharted?
It's a skill point.
What's that?
I know it's a skill point, but I don't know how to.
Oh, shiz.
I'm almost there. And these paintbrushes are awesome, by the way, per buck. They spend so much money on paintbrushes. Alright.
Welcome to episode 2 of the So Good podcast.
Wow,
How was
I
that?
plugged in at the perfect time.
Was that good?
That
you
was
like that crap?
good. Yeah, I like that.
Could be better.
Fine. Acceptable.
Tell me, what can I do better to make it so good?
I'd stick with that so good.
So good!
Yeah, I like it.
Alright. Guys, how do I people in the game? I cannot remember for the life of me.
I don't know if it's me or just you, but you're skipping out on me. Hold on, let me replug. It might
My
be me.
voice?
My voice?
Alright, how's that?
I can
talk again.
much better. How do I freaking mark people, dang it?
Yeah, it's my mic. Alright.
Hold on a second. What the freak? Oh, maybe I can't mark people in crushing. That would suck. 16 views. I'm really soaring here.
Wow. That's pretty sweet.
The YouTubes.
YouTubes. It's the YouTubes.
Why is it?
So I have to admit, I'm actually tempted to buy Overwatch, which is weird because I wasn't tempted to do it before, but
It's because it's got the booties.
People are loving it. It's got the booties.
Wow. I don't know this part. I'm just going to have to use the Buffy method. The Buffy method.
What? Explain what the Buffy method is.
Brute force and freaking ignorance.
Brute force and freaking ignorance. I love it. Yeah, that's how I get through my work day.
Sorry if I laughed really loud in your ear just then.
I'm forever going to use that. I think we should make that T-shirt so that I can wear it to work. People will be like, "Oh, you're a Buffy fan?" I'll be like, "No, I am Buffy." What? Brute force and freaking ignorance. Needs to be a meme even.
Oh, him? Oh, he did.
Let's meme it. Hey, they have Aquarius. Did we ever finish that? No, because it got weird. Fast. That's funny. But I can't wait to buy his Doom. I can't believe I haven't bought it already, but money, man.
Oh, come on.
So I've heard that Homefront: The Revolution is one of the worst games ever made.
Oh yeah, that's the word on the street.
That's what I've been hearing.
But I haven't played it. So what makes it the worst? What? Let's talk about this. What classifies a game as the worst game?
Well, continuity, and then
There's a lot
any
of
more
reasons.
graphics. I mean, honestly, there's no more excuse to have last generation graphics in your game. I mean, the new graphics are so easy to get up, and they've made it so easy to update the graphics to the games you already have that it's just, I mean, anymore it's plug the game in, throw it through the engine. You know, a week later, there's your new highly graphic game. So graphics, story.
Yep. Sorry, I just came across a really hard part. So yeah, story, like just like a story that just doesn't make sense, or like a predictable story.
Predictable's not bad. Like if they can pull off the story well, predictability is good.
Okay, I'm gonna
But
stop you guys there.
but I'm
Can you
gonna
guys
go with
hear each other?
continuity. No, I can't hear
Because
Silent
you're
Wolf.
literally talking at the exact same time. So I figured.
Really?
And you're not even like hesitating.
Why does this always happen with you, Nick?
Y'all are still
Like all
talking
your
at the
friends.
exact same time. It's so funny. So let's do this. Let's try this again. We'll start with Silent Wolf. All right, Wolf.
What? Does he have me muted somehow? Can you mute people?
Oh, it's Nat type.
Oh. Yeah, Silent
Bones.
Wolf and I never have a good connection.
I think y'all got some Nat 3 problems between the both of you.
Let me leave party, rejoin. Hopefully that'll fix it.
Did that help? Bones?
Yeah, there it is. There, I can hear him.
Simple? Fixed. All right, so because I couldn't hear any of you, let's try that again. We'll start with Wolf. What justifies a bad storyline? Like what? I mean, not justifies, but like what? Ow! That's me too. I'm the same way. Yeah.
Yeah, one
Right on.
story, one quest chain. That's a big thing. I agree. And continuity, 100%. Man, I hate it when you start a game and then when you finish the game, it's something completely different. No, twists are okay, but when they ignore parts of the story to progress the story, kind of like well, let's take Infamous and Infamous 2. You know, Infamous 1, they had the disease controlled by the witch lady, and then you go to Infamous 2, and the witch lady was just gone. In fact, the disease was like something more important. It wasn't used to mind control anyone. And it was like, where's the continuity in that? You know? Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind twists. Twists can be a good thing. You know, twists can even be expected. But don't destroy something weird you have so you can progress because you made a mistake in your story or you changed writers or I don't know what happened, but that always drives me insane. Of which is one of the things I think is wrong with Homefront. I've heard there's a lot of continuity issues from the first to this one, and then even within the game itself. Although I've heard the biggest complaint for Homefront is just stupid graphics. Apparently they have like two of the same type of NPCs standing right next to each other in the first 10 minutes. And it's like, you guys couldn't notice that and switch it? Like, you couldn't switch faces? Yeah.
Huh. That does suck when that happens. Like all the NPCs like look so like just the same person or.
Yeah. When it's like, okay, I can count 12 NPCs and you just use them over and over and over, that's retarded.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
let's reevaluate that because we all majority of us have an appreciation for Uncharted and they do that. Like well not like in areas
Yeah, but they
bad
do it in a
guys like
way
all the
where
shotgunners look the same.
you know the class that you're fighting by how they look, which is acceptable. But you're not interacting with them, you're killing them, which is completely different. Where in Homefront, they have two characters that you interact with. They have like 12 characters that you interact with, and they're all the exact same. Like you go from town to town, and oh look, there's our 12 characters, and then we go to the next town, and there's our 12 characters, and they don't change anything. You know, who would have thought related in this weird ass world? It's really stupid. The game looks for telling us what kind of bot is acceptable. I mean, hell, look at Call of Duty. I mean, they're probably the
Wow.
masters of it.
I've been playing this really like so badly. The game just asked me if I want to change the challenge level. It's like your coach being like, "Oh, it's okay. I just thought you were more athletic." You know, it's like, "Wow, that hurts, man."
uh, it's like being tall and having everyone assume that you can play basketball or volleyball. Then they find out you can't dunk. They're like, how about you just sit on the
You mean Spike?
I'm sorry, I can't. No, I'm still on basketball.
Oh, okay. Because it sounded like
Uh,
you were talking about volleyball for a moment.
can you guys hear my wife
Tiny
when
little
she
bit.
talks? Oh, all right. That's what I was wondering. She's a bit of a distance away, so.
So,
But so,
is it just our
oh,
opinion
go.
of like the developer then, and how they handle those situations? Like with bad games, like a bad storyline, right? But bad storylines, a game can still be great and have a bad storyline, and vice versa, right? So it's like
Honestly, if the
Assassin's
game
Creed.
mechanics,
It's a broken
if the
freaking
game
game, but the
mechanics work
storyline's great.
good, I don't
Sorry.
know.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed is hard for me because that one lost me years ago, just because the storyline got just too ridiculous. But I think a good example would be like Fallout. I mean, the storyline's
What
fun, but
the
it's not like the
hell?
most amazing game ever. But I always seem to go back to Fallout 4 because the game mechanics
Down.
are awesome to me. I mean, being able to go build my settlements and dealing with the three main factions the way you can, I find it a blast.
Mhm.
I have more fun dealing with the different factions than I do actually playing the storyline.
Like if a game's just generally fun to play, that definitely helps.
Yeah,
Daddy, it's still here.
I think I think it really depends on the who's making it, the developer as well. I mean, I don't go to a Bethesda game and expect them to have a Naughty Dog, you know? Yet I go to Naughty Dog and it's like I expect story, I expect continuity, I expect quality. I go to Bethesda game and I'm like, ah, fuck it, let's just go. Let's do this. Give me a gun. I'm not even gonna think, man. I'm just gonna shoot things. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Uh-huh. I, th- I think story also matters depending on how immersive the game is. I mean, if you can really dive into the game where like you become the character, story is highly important. But if it's just this is a fun game and I just want to continue playing it, then I don't think story is a big thing. It really goes down to game mechanics in that manner.
Yeah.
But so
You take a bath? Did you?
hold on. We're recording right now. I need quiet.
Huh. So yeah, so Homefront's getting a lot of bad reviews, right? So
All right, I'm back.
at
Sorry.
this point, the game already out then?
Yeah, the game's out. It just sucks.
Like, at what point in the whole setup of this game did they not realize that the game's not very good?
Actually, I'm
Like, did
gonna
they
go
just
back
like stop
to the
listening to
story
people?
really quick.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I actually want to go back to the story because there's actually one other thing. Let's take Homefront, and people are hating the story, they're hating the continuity. Yeah, let's go to a game that doesn't need story. Overwatch. Honestly, the game mechanics and how it's played, it's really like a Team Fortress, and yet it has more story within their shooter game than most RPGs do. I mean, they have comic books, they have videos, they have snippets. Heck, if you bought like the Legendary Edition, you got character info cards for 5 of the characters with background and who they are, where they came from. Like they put a lot of story into a first-person shooter, which I think is one of the reasons a lot of people are loving it. They get to go play characters that they actually know versus just going and playing, a guy who you specialized weapons with. Or you get to choose the weapon. It's really kind of interesting, and yet Overwatch is exploding where, Homefront, oh, the game sucks.
If
So
from what I hear,
story might
Overwatch
have
is not that.
more.
I mean, Overwatch is fun, but it's like it's going to be like a Titanfall, where like in 4 months it's going to be nothing.
I wonder. It's going to be interesting to watch. I think they've put so much story into the characters and made it in such a way where they're going to keep a more solid core audience than Titanfall did.
You think so?
I think so. Besides the fact that I think they got a lot of the Warcraft and Starcraft boys who are extreme gamers, a lot of them, where other game companies just can't even get a hold on those gamers. So I don't think it's going to be a situation of Titanfall at all. I think it's going
Okay.
to last for quite a while.
So let's let
Besides the
let's
fact that they've already started announcing that they're going to announce free characters in the future, which is awesome.
so let let's talk this real. Take your time, man.
It's a good finale. I like it.
Something else I wanted to address is um, you had mentioned we mentioned stories, right? We also mentioned being able to keep a hold of gamers, right?
Uh-huh.
The TV movie industry is now they're at the point where they're making less money than the gaming industry.
Mm-hmm.
And so what they're doing now, like with Assassin's Creed, they're starting to actually put more money into better video game movies. Because, I mean, have you seen any other video game movies that are actually good?
Um,
Like really good, or just yeah.
I think Doom was made specifically for gamers, which is one of the geniuses of Doom and why it actually never failed. Yeah, no, I have to agree. I really enjoyed Doom.
What other
Um,
game
but like
movie?
Agent 47,
That actually was
the
pretty
Hitman
good, but
one,
it still felt pretty cheesy though.
I had issues with it. Silent Hill was good. They did. They made a Silent Hill 2. More than that? Oh, okay. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Finally got past it.
Someone was bound to hear all that. Come on, let's get a move on.
Sorry, my game just got super intense just now. You're saying?
Honestly, of all the video game movies, I think Agent 47 was the only one that I actually didn't like. The original Hitman movie I really liked, but Agent 47 went just a little too far off the deep end for me.
To Hollywood?
Um, no,
I
it
thought
like
the storyline
not
was
enough
better.
continuity.
Really?
Yeah, I did not like it. I didn't like how it was. We got
Now
to
that I
train
think about it,
another
I'm thinking out
assassin.
about
We
the
got
first one, and you're right. The first one was really good.
the
I just didn't
first
like
one
the
was really
actor that
good.
they chose to play Agent 47, like in the original, not the new one.
Yeah, no, the new one, the new one I didn't like. The original one was not bad. Like I enjoyed little aspects of the first one that they did, such as making him walk like the Hitman character, with not much shoulder movement and moving his arms in that weird way that they had in all the games, where
True.
only like his bottom
Right beyond
four arms would move.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, and you're on that tower. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's a pain in the ass. Yeah, it's like going from a casual jumping game like Mario to, Mega Man 8. And it's just like, what the fuck? And it happens in one game. It was really fun for me. Um, so we get your pain. That's what we're saying.
Nothing, Blue. We're clear.
What are some?
But
I mean, I know we have like Uncharted, Last of Us are great games that they could turn into movies.
honestly, I don't want them to turn. Yeah, I don't think they should do Uncharted or Last of Us.
I mean, I see
Yeah,
I
it's
I see what you're saying, but when I saw The Last of Us live, like that reenactment on stage, it was amazing. It was really good. I would watch it over and over again.
Yeah, he might be here.
I don't think I've seen it.
Let's keep going.
I don't. It might be cool, but it's not necessary. I think a lot of these movies are coming out are somewhat necessary, are trying to reboot
This way.
and make you think of the game differently.
True.
But
Very true.
and that's just not necessary at all for Uncharted or any of the Naughty Dog games, honestly. Although Crash Bandicoot would be a weird movie.
Yeah,
I mean, hell, we got a Ratchet and Clank movie. Why can't we, right?
Ratchet and Clank movie makes
Which
sense
has
because
anyone
it's
seen
an
the Ratchet and
animated
Clank?
movie. I haven't seen it, but I heard it was pretty good. Because it's made by
I haven't seen it.
Insomniac. It's not like they had a
Yeah.
third party make it. Like it's made by the developers, so it's not like it's weird or anything.
I don't know. I think it is a little weird, but it's more confusing than weird because it's like you came out with the game at the same time, which I guess is a smart move,
You all right,
but
Ben? Bungee
it
jumping?
just hasn't driven me to go to either.
This is better.
It's like, which one do I go first, and does the story connect? Yeah,
What you been up to all these years? Jumping around ruins? Yeah. That and
that
getting
would be a
shot at,
cool movie.
blown up,
Spyro.
punched,
Spyro.
kicked. All right, get at
Why
it.
do I want to say the friendly dragon when I say Spyro? It's not what it is. It's just Spyro. But for some reason I want to say Spyro the friendly dragon like it's a Casper or something.
what's what's that movie? The old movie that they're remaking? Pete, Pete the Friendly Dragon, or
Um,
crap. Yeah,
Puff the Magic Dragon.
the one that only talks to the kid and is invisible. Yeah, yeah. That that movie looks just ridiculous to me. I mean, the original one was amazing.
No, you know what movie
Yeah.
looks ridiculous is the Swiss Army Man.
Oh my gosh.
Seen that one?
That movie is going to be really sad. It's like Castaway, only with a carcass.
That's pretty much exactly what it is.
Like, I'm telling you, if we get, 10 minutes to the ending and the carcass floats away and he gets saved, I'm just gonna laugh inside the theater so hard because it's just Castaway with a carcass.
Hey, give me a hand. Come on. All right, we got it. Go.
Dude, yeah, some of those ledges are freaking insane. That game is addicting. It really is. I don't know what it is.
Look at this place.
I don't know what it is about that game, but it like gives the thrill of heights without the danger. Therefore, you just want to go as high as you possibly can and jump off everything. At least that's how I was. I was like, oh, I wonder if I could hit the floor with this. Or like the home base up in the tower. I can't tell you how many times I jumped off of that thing, going, can I hit the floor? It was always disheartening when they like killed you halfway down. You're like, ah, come on. Uh-huh. That sucks. Yep. Oh, Assassin's Creed movie. It's going to be interesting. It looks like they changed a lot about the Templar. The Assassin's Creed movie?
It looks pretty high budget too.
Hmm. That would be interesting. Well, they make the what's the computer called? Animorph, isn't it? No, that's a Animus. Thank you. They it looks like they made the Animus this like hook that goes down and wraps around you instead of a table that you lie on, which is kind of interesting.
This place. Welcome to the St. Dismas Dormitory. Alleged final resting place of one Henry Avery.
Who knows? Honestly, there were a lot of aspects that I wish they would have touched on more, such as when Damien gets out of the Animorph in the first game at the end, and he has the ability to see to do the assassin's sight. They didn't touch on that enough. Like I feel like he should have had an entire game outside in his world where he had like escaped, and it's, oh my goodness, this is what my ancestor did. I think I would have preferred that than Assassin's Creed 2. Not that I didn't love Assassin's Creed 2, just I would have preferred it.
Skull should be facing.
But the game, no, the movie looks like they're changing a lot of the story, which I've heard multiple reviews about. Like I've had one kid tell me that he's super excited and hope that the movie will give Assassin's Creed a track to go on because he felt the Assassin's Creed had gone just too wild,
It did.
which I don't blame him. I mean, with everywhere they went, plus doing the small China game, Russia and India. I mean, the whole concept of the assassins just kind of, there's no continuity, there's no structure to it. It's just anyone can be an assassin. They just have to be in your history, you know?
Gang's all here.
The Battle of the Assassins and Templars, it didn't disappear, it just changed.
Jesus.
Instead of it being a battle between two factions, it was like a battle between two races.
Jerk thief.
Whew.
And then we have the World of Warcraft movie coming out,
Avery sure
which
had
that's
a
going to be
business.
interesting.
Well, Avery fancied himself a good thief.
Gotta love that.
Plundered him. Some kind of lamp.
You know, they are, World of Warcraft is slowly dying.
Well, that hurts my feelings. Not as much as
Yeah, I mean, last I saw, they were down to 5 million subscribers, which is,
I
there,
keep
there's a,
saying World of StarCraft should be around. A third-person massive multiplayer shooter. It would go, especially like look at the Division and Destiny. But imagine if Blizzard did it.
Check it out. Something at the base of the
It would be
stairs.
amazing.
Let's see here.
I don't think they're willing to put the time in anymore. I mean, even if you look at the last patch, I mean, the last patch they only had two major changes in patches after it, where all the other ones they have 4 or 5 major raid changes.
That looks like.
Uh, they're just getting lazy. Like that's the issue. Ever since Cataclysm came out, they got lazy. They didn't put the amount of time necessary to make the game amazing,
Looks like a
and it's starting to show everywhere you go, which makes me really worry about the movie because if they try and use it as a scapegoat to escape their bad story planning and programming of these last couple patches, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be fun. I mean, I think a lot of people will go to it and leave feeling disheartened because they've been, I don't want to say lied to, but
See those crosses?
deceived.
I mean, isn't that kind of what Activision did with Destiny?
I think Avery's trying to tell us.
Yeah.
There's one problem though. Going back that way means we have to go back. Going back towards Rafe. Shit.
You talking to your game?
Let's not keep him waiting.
Ooh, which part you on? So there are games that restrict you from broadcasting parts of their game, which I get to a point. But for PlayStation and viewing between friends and stuff, shouldn't they take that off after like a month or 2 months? I mean, I go back to some of the games that I originally had for PlayStation 4, and I get to the end of the game, and it still tells me, sorry, you can't broadcast this, and no one can view it. You just have to play it. And it's like, I'm pretty sure everyone knows
What
the ending
game?
by now. I've had a couple of them, actually. When I replayed the Call of Duties, it happened to me. Uh, the end of Battlefield 4. Didn't it do that I can't remember. I haven't redone that one. Um, hold on, there's one specifically that I just can't even think of now. Yeah, well, it happened to me just like a month ago, and it was weird as hell. Oh, Killzone, Shadowfall, when they had the sale. I went and played the last chapter again, and it froze me out. I was like, really? I can't broadcast it? And it's, you don't want spoilers for what? You know? Really stupid. I think after, they should put a time limit on it. Oh, it's been, 5 months. You can broadcast it all you want. Who cares? Although I know a lot of people with new games have issues broadcasting for the first day, but that's not shocking.
Anybody heard from the scout party uphill? Nothing. You think we have guests?
Like whenever a new Call of Duty comes out, the first day, so many streamers get booted for copyright issues. No Man's Land it got postponed and then brought up, which is nice.
No Man's Sky?
But it only got, yeah, that's what I meant. I'm actually really excited about that game. I hope that it lets you be as creative as they show and they say.
I don't know, like create. What do you mean by creative? I know like there's exploration, but there's not really a whole lot out about the game besides exploring and.
Oh no, they've talked about creation. Like you're going to be able to build your ship, build super weapons, build upgrade your ship, make it more livable and stuff. They've talked about a lot of building. A lot of your materials that you're going to go and collect will be used to make objects. They haven't specifically said buildings and home bases and stuff, but they've definitely said you'll be upgrading ships, armor, um, ammo, No Man's Sky. Oh, I have to admit, anytime the game maker sends out a challenge like that, it always gets defeated. Like,
I don't know.
so, like when EA had Star Wars: The Old Republic come out, and they had guys reach max level and beat all the quests in the first week. And they had to come out and be like, "We didn't know people could do it that fast." And you're sitting there going, "Who the hell kind of gamers do you think play your game, man?" Like, you make a casual game and then you're shocked that people play it really hard. Like, come on. And I've seen that happen multiple times with MMOs, with See, what I read is they used a 64 by 64-bit calculation to make planets, and then they built the universe around that, a mathematical equation that's something like that. So, so you're right. I think what you're saying is right. I think.
Anybody heard from the scout party uphill? Nothing. You think we have guests? Grant our wish. The storm's been messing with the radios. They're practically useless. If we don't hear back from them soon, I'll go check in. Oh!
That does seem like a
Yeah,
lot of
you're right,
combating
actually.
orders. Yeah, because
Yeah.
9 times 9.
Yeah, because you can only place each in position 9 times. Therefore, yeah, you're right, 81.
At this point,
Yeah,
I feel like he was probably just
you,
trolling, though.
you would have to treat it like a combination lock, not a multiplication question.
Anybody heard from the scout party uphill? Nothing. Do you think we have guests? Grant our wish. The storm's been messing with the radios.
That's that is the exact issue that we're having with No Man's Sky, isn't it? That's funny. Yeah. Well, I know on Reddit I already made a comment to one of them, which was, I give it a month before the entire solar system is mapped out, and we know what planets have what minerals, and we know exactly where to go. Like they never. Yeah, of which if they get a million players, they're going to be shocked. I mean, I guarantee you there will be an article afterwards. We just didn't know that they would play it so hard. Who would have known that players don't do anything in their entire day but play video games for 16 hours? It's like, really, dude? It's like, have you never joined a Call of Duty battle, a week after it came out? And like, dude, this we gamers are a weird group. There's some of us, we have no lives. And then there's some of us who get paid to do it. I wish I was one of those.
Then you have those gamers that like prestige 10 times in 2 weeks.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, it's hard work. Like, you can't have anything. Like, you can't have a girlfriend. You can't have kids. You can't, you know, you're living off of top ramen. Like, that's the most time that you can give up in a day to do that. That's true as well. Ugh, I'm not bad on platinums. I think I'm on 29, but I get that. I actually, if I, yeah, uh, becoming the trophy hunter is amazing. I have to admit, it changed my life completely. But my issue now is, oh, I didn't even know that could be done. All right. Yeah, I actually find myself looking at games beforehand to see if they have a platinum before I buy them or not. Like I play. Yeah, I haven't gotten. Actually, that's not true. I buy games that don't have platinums all the time, but I don't play them hardcore. Uh huh. I really like Stealth Inc. Uh huh. I really enjoyed Stealth Inc. That game was strange and fun. Uh huh. Uh huh. Uh huh.
Okay, think we're clear. Well, that could have gone better.
I don't think there is enough survival games out in the world today.
I'm pretty excited for Overkill's Walking Dead game.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if that's going to be a survival game. I think that's more of a skirmish, like Payday is a controlled skirmish, but a skirmish nevertheless.
Huh. By the way, did you hear
But I
Payday
mean
3 was announced?
no, I haven't.
Not by Overkill though.
Crap.
Another company bought it.
Oh, oh, thank goodness. I mean, oh, poor Payday. Um,
No,
uh,
I'm pretty psyched though because Payday was great concept, but the controls like the sticky aiming drove me nuts.
honestly, Overkill promised too much than they could deliver in Payday and Payday 2, which was really sad. They had a lot of things that they said they were going to try that they just didn't even get to. Um, and then when they said that they would do no microtransactions or anything like that,
And then they
you
did
know,
it
what was it, a
anyways.
year and a half later, and they did it, and everyone was pissed at them. It really was like disheartening. It was like, come on, guys. Besides the fact that we have all these expansions that you said you would have, and then you said you'd have 7 features. I can't even remember that they never put in the game. Said they would never do after a few months. Like it was, yeah. They honestly promised too much. They bit too much than they could chew. So having it go to another company is awesome. But survival games, no, for survival games, I mean like Outlast, or hell, I wish they would have done Silent Hill, like the playable trailer, or a game like the playable trailer. That game was outstanding, and there's just not enough of them around. I know that there's some imitators out there. Yeah,
PT.
PT. Um, I yeah, I mean,
I hear him. Wait. Movement. Over there. Go check on it, man. Yeah, alright.
see that would be awesome. And I've seen videos for imitations of PT, of other guys trying to do the same thing, but they never reach the mark for me. Like it's always, oh, okay, there's the pattern, I've seen it. That's really sad. Where PT, there was no pattern in it. Like it was amazing, even though you were only in
People are
one.
still figuring
Um,
out stuff about the game too.
yeah, even though it was one corridor that you circled. I mean, there was never a moment that you could be, um, where you knew what was coming next. Everything was a surprise, which is a real hard thing for games to do. A lot of games out there, especially like survival horrors. Oh, okay, here's the pattern. Oh, there's the guy. Okay, I see what I'm supposed to do. I'll get it done. Um, but a game where a real good survival game. I've been craving it, honestly. The Alien Isolation did a pretty decent job, I thought. But I still found myself repeating. Yes, I loved Outlast. Outlast did a really good job.
The monks built this. No way. Some kind of pulley system. Lift a whole bunch of treasure? Lift something.
Oh, that game actually changes up really well. Uh, I mean, you start in the asylum and you keep like going down and finally you're in this like super secret laboratory and there's you know what? I'm not going to spoil it for you. So
Hey, we can climb this. On my way.
Oh yeah, you're not even first level.
This way.
Like that's like prequel, man.
Maybe this wasn't such a good idea. Holy shit. Hey, be careful coming around the corner. Incoming. That was amazing.
Yeah,
Save your strength, huh? Not done yet. Lead the way.
yeah.
This
The key is hiding, man. Like it's hard to learn all the hiding spots. I didn't get past it until I went and found every hiding spot in every room, and I knew exactly where to go. Like I had it pre-planned. I was like, okay, I can do this. And even then, it took me like 3 tries because you make one little fast move with your joystick, and they hear you, and you're like, ah, son of a. But that game actually did a really good job. And their psychologist guy that they use scared the living crap out of me when I first saw him. Like that was one of the worst moments in a video game, simply because it was so frightening to see him. He was so gross. Of course, it doesn't help that he's naked except for an apron. Man, that was horror right there. He turns around and you see his butt and you're like, oh, dude,
Is that the
put on
where
some
you like try to
pants.
hide under the bed and he'll grab you?
Like I was just saying. Yeah. Hey, hold on. I'll see if there's... Oh, shit!
Oh yeah, he's pretty nasty.
I guess it runs in the family, huh? Maybe so. Can't get to you from here.
It's hard to beat the human centipede, man. It's hard. Although for scariest moments, Silent Hill 1, when you're going down the hallway and the dogs break through the window, I don't think I've ever lost my shit more than that moment. Yes, Resident Evil, not Silent Hill. Sorry, Resident Evil. First one.
Where would you be without me, huh?
Yeah, no, Resident Evil, man, that part scared the living shit out of me back on PS1.
Yeah, exactly.
But Alien Isolation was pretty good. But I still found patterns. Like you got halfway through and you once you figured out what the patterns were, it was, oh, okay, this is how it is. But the hard part about that game is even though you would see the patterns, you would still have moments where the patterns wouldn't work. So you'd still have to do the pattern, but once out of every 10 times the pattern would actually work and the alien wouldn't hear you or the robot wouldn't hear you. Like you had to be super careful, but there was still a pattern. But yeah, PT, there needs to be more games like PT. The Slender Man game, I tried that one. That one is actually disappointing for me. Like it wasn't frightening at all. Yeah, I mean, the graphics could have been better. Honestly, they could have just made the Slender Man scarier, but the Slender Man himself isn't frightening to a degree. I mean, it's not, PT frightening. He's Slender Man. And I think they built too much upon something that isn't frightening. It's more like a prank and less like a horror story. Wait, say that again? Oh, all right. Yeah, yeah. What was it? Soma. Have you guys tried Soma yet? By the that one, it was actually pretty good. I enjoyed playing that one. That one actually had a really decent story. Like I liked their whole aspect of cloning people and cloning the. Yeah, it was a really cool story. I kind of wish it was longer, but at the same time, when I finished it, I wasn't craving more. It was, oh, I like that. That was, yeah. Although I watched Clueless Gamer, Conan doing Amnesia, which is the other guy, the other game,
What?
and uh, in the description, the gamer that plays with Conan goes, "This is you're in um, Portugal. You're in a castle. You're 37 years old, and your name is David." And Conan's like, "Isn't that the definition of not having amnesia?" He's like, "Aren't those the three questions you ask someone if they might have amnesia? Where are you? How old are you? And what's your name?" I was like, "Yeah, actually, he has a point."
Conan's freaking hilarious, man.
I've been watching all his stuff lately, all his Clueless Gamers. Honestly, they're the best reviews anymore, which is kind of sad. You don't feel like they're paid. I mean, I'm getting so tired of going to like the IGN and being like, "Oh, I wonder what kind of paycheck you got to have that raving review for that horror game." Wait, say that again. Who was? Oh, that's funny. I didn't read that. I'm pretty much done with IGN. But that's funny that they did 9 out of 10. Well, they didn't want to play favorites.
What I don't understand is people saying I have the right to give Uncharted a 7 or a whatever out of 10, right? I have the right to do
Uh-huh.
that, but then they turn around and give like Call of Duty a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
That to me like takes away all your credentials. Like you just lost every right to do anything.
Yeah. No, if you give Call of Duty a 9 out of 10 and you give Uncharted 4 anything less than 10 out of 10, you're freaking retarded. I mean, the two games, quality-wise, aren't comparison.
How's it? Got anything?
You talk about the donkey. You tell me you don't remember everything?
Wow, I don't think I've ever seen this video before. The next day, wow, I don't think I've ever seen this video before.
Every single day he watches the same. It's like the 51st States thing.
It has just been revealed that Silent Wolf is barely making it day to day. He
His
doesn't
life is
realize it's a
literally like a
routine.
video game. He spawns
His
every
life.
day. He respawns every day.
Man, I feel a comedy routine coming on. Like, he needs the YouTube how to put on pants every day. Alright, how do I do this? Okay. This leg goes into... Actually, that'd be an interesting video game
Nothing here.
if someone did it right. Because there you could do the same concept as PT, just have the living the same day over and over. You know, Groundhog Day, only video game. Is there a game like that that I don't know of? Hmm. I actually don't know that one. Uh, I will be Googling that later tonight. That's awesome. I didn't know there was an LSD emulator. Doesn't shock me. Is there something they don't have an emulator for? Farm, there's the truck emulator, adventure park emulators, city emulators. I'm pretty sure there's a sex emulator. I mean that's guaranteed. Yeah, see? I'm pretty sure that can count as an emulator. Flight emulator. I wonder if there's like a workday emulator. That's the next one. Call it 9 to 5. You get to choose your job, like a call center, or an accountant, or like you get to go and like look at spreadsheets all day. And that's the entire game. Spreadsheets. You get fired if you don't make a profit. Then of course you have to worry about sexual harassment, you know. Oh dear, Barbara thought you got a little close to her on your wheelie chair.
On your wheelchair.
She's gonna take. she...
Of all things. You guys, let's make this happen. Can we make this happen?
Damn it!
The game like forces you to change it every month.
Every month, yep. Every time you have to put in security questions, they're completely different than what you ever answered. What is your mother's maiden name? That's not the question I answered. She has a maiden name. What is a maiden name?
Careful. Might be unstable after the blast. Mercenaries.
I was...
Sam, help me with this. HD. Then I'll apologize. Right?
You could come out with some amazing add-ons to that. You would have like the Office Space movie add-on. uh, yes, we need to make the workplace add-on. That would be awesome. 9 to 5.
And the thing is, like at the beginning of the game, when you set up your character, you can either choose to be the one to go to work or the one that stays at home with the kids.
Stay-at-home mom would be one of the jobs. That would be awesome. Stay-at-home mom, and you would start with no kids, and you just sit. You just.
That is so fantastic.
I can't choose what channel to watch.
That's hardest job in the world. That was a good one.
They would be texting your husband at work. Your girlfriends come over, but you're not feeling that well.
It's just like Grand Theft Auto minus all the guns.
Yes.
Like you have to pay your rent or your mortgage. It's like I play this game because I hate my life and I want another one, so this helps me do that.
So this is what we do. What's sad is we'd have people who would live by that game. They'd be like, what do I need to do today? They'd go inside game, look at their calendar. Oh, yeah. And you would have just stupid things happen, too. Your
Like
eye
we'd
was
have,
hurt,
like
and you kept blinking,
a
and
whole
Barbara took
slew
it in
of
the
random
wrong way.
events that could happen.
Oh, yeah.
We could make it 64 by
You,
64, so that way, like, we could be like, it's infinite.
it's infinite. It'll take you 99 years, a million people.
It's time to go to bed, buddy.
That's
Huh?
freaking hilarious.
Huh? Oh.
Stealth game?
We're about to head into the cave. Cave? Yeah, might lose contact for a bit. Don't get too worried.
Alright. Keep the porch light on for you.
Oh,
All
right. Yeah, no, I've seen that.
Republic with a QUE at the end or something?
Quite the detour. Let's go see what Avery left for us.
Or
Yeah,
Republic?
it's an interesting looking game. It's more like stealth with chess, because everything is on a grid and you have to move from square to square.
Oh, kind of like that Hitman
shadow-wise.
game.
Yeah, kind of like Hitman Go.
Hitman Go. Gotcha. I like that game. It's hard.
Through here. But I didn't eat a big breakfast.
Smat.
Maybe St. Dismas statues? Check. Carved stairs? Check.
Honestly, if you enjoy those kind of games, just go get XCOM. XCOM was master at that. XCOM and XCOM 2.
Sure looks like it.
If you want basic extreme chess, yeah, those games.
Check this out.
That is what it actually should have been called, because that's what it is, man. Like you have your king, your queen. You're going against the other faction, and you have to take turns, man. That's.
Give it a pull.
There are people who love it.
Here's my hand.
The Kuro?
Well, hey, I bought I Am Bread. That was a interestingly fun game.
Really? Hello.
As soon as I saw the game, I was like, I have to buy that. Like, I don't think I have the ability to restrain myself. This is sad. Like, why? I never thought I would enjoy playing a loaf of bread or a bagel or a baguette, and yet here I am. I'm rolling, you know? Or,
These guys are. Those who prove false, I guess.
oh my gosh, yes, with uh, with like Seth Rogen and stuff. Yeah, that movie looks freaking amazing.
What is it called?
Yeah, where's my phone?
It's okay, it's holding, come on.
Because it's what, yeah, right there. That's it. Because you have to go watch this trailer. It's amazing.
There they are. Pirate code. Ha ha ha. Not bad.
It's called Sausage Party, of course. Sausage Party, and you have to watch the Red Band. Well, it is about a hot dog, so.
Neither can I.
uh, Eating the baby carrots. They're eating children.
Those St. Dismas crosses. Yeah, maybe two took all the trouble for themselves. Please don't say that. We're gonna find out soon enough.
Wait, can you guys hear that? Do you guys want to hear that? Yeah, the trailer. No? Alright. I don't know if you were here for that. We're back to the YouTube channel of how to put on pants every morning. Which foot goes into what leg? I can't figure this out.
You have to talk like Mitchell Rogers if you have a show like that, though.
I found out that Mr. Rogers started describing everything he did on the show because a blind girl wrote him and asked him to. So on the show, every time he was talking about putting the stuff into the fish tank and stuff, all because of a blind girl. I freaking love Mr. Rogers. That man should be a hero. Well, he is a hero. You know what I mean. Yeah, no, I do know that. So, it's pretty sweet. He's one of those guys where even though he's dead, things keep coming out where you're like, wow, that man was really cool. Man.
I saw a picture. I saw a picture today, and it had Bill Cosby. You know what happened with the gorilla and the kid in the zoo and whatnot.
Uh-huh.
It's like he's like, I would have drugged that gorilla, and then there's a picture of Jared's like, I would have grabbed the kid. It's so bad.
Oh, that's horrid. I had a friend wear a shirt the other day with Bill Cosby, and it was, look, either we're fucking or I'm fucking.
Check it out. Something up there moved.
So messed up.
Channel running from the mechanism to the bucket on top is good.
That is so bad. y'all are cutting out bad.
How's that? Can you hear that?
That's way
Is
more
that better?
better. That's better.
That's better. Yeah, all right. Yeah, the PlayStation Plus games being the NBA 2016 and what was that other? Oh, Going Home or Coming Home. I don't know how I feel about the PlayStation Plus games this month. Like I'm not a basketball game fan. They're always boring to me. The the NBA 2016. That the other one is Coming Home or Going Home. Something like that. Yeah. It's the first person investigating the house, finding out what happened to your sister game. Yeah, no, this one's different. This one you're a soldier who's come home, and it's a first-person 3D game, and you have to go and discover what happened to your sister and why she ran away or something like that. Well, everyone, everything that I've read gives it amazing reviews.
That's gotta be it. Let's find out.
Huh. The story's good. Story games can be awesome.
Nathan, look. I think you got it.
No.
Right, see? Oh, shishkinates. No make kebabs today. So, if that was...
Okay, I think I've heard of X-Blaze before.
Suppose it was this thing exactly. Filling a bucket? Had to know about St. Dismas, whom I bet Avery and all of his crew were intimately familiar with. Maybe it's not the only one.
Wait, like a Princess Bride type of situation, or?
Oh,
Oh, well, if
my
you want your
gosh.
life ruined, you should go watch that movie.
Boost you up there. Coming.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I got something for you up here. Use this
That
to
sounds
reach
horrible.
Really?
all over there. Good call.
What game is it called?
That's insane.
Follow me. They sure don't make this easy, are they?
Can you make choices in those games?
Bridge is
Like
above
do they?
I guess we're a couple hundred years late.
Stop.
There's a low ceiling here. Watch it. Watch my Going through here.
That is incredibly boring. Like, wow, $30 for a game like that. Just might as well just go buy a book, man.
Catacombs. That makes sense. We're under a cathedral.
Get hard.
Hardcover.
Took just as long. Wow. Like- $30. Yeah, I don't need a book on tape with pictures. That's that's ridiculous.
Stop.
See, like sometimes Telltale, sometimes their games kind of feel like that, but their games have a lot more interaction than I actually was prepared for when I originally played one, which was Wolf Among Us, which was a great game. I actually loved that game. But their story is interactive. It's not just reading it. Like you get to choose and have consequences, which is really nice.
One crate coming up. I thank you, good sir.
But all Telltale games are story based. They're not really game play. But yeah, I did.
Well, we're definitely getting closer to the cathedral. Gotta say, this is far more sophisticated than I was expecting. Here goes nothing.
Yeah, choose your ending.
Heavier than the crate. Okay. Made it. We can hook our ropes onto this.
They'll have it for $10 here in like a month. We're getting to that point of time. Actually,
Until
they
Dawn
might
was
wait
actually
till
really good.
Halloween. We might have to wait for Halloween for that one because it's a horror. In game, I'm kind of getting tired of zombies. I don't think that quite counts, but yes, I did play it. It was fabulous.
Here goes nothing.
Oh, hey, there's the new Call of Duty coming out.
Here goes nothing.
Uh-huh, no. It looks
Good thing you're not happy.
so retarded.
Okay. We can hook our ropes onto this.
Uh-huh. Yeah, same pattern. So, Battlefield 1, is anyone else like super excited about this game? Like, I'm thrilled that they're going to World War One. Like, yeah, I think I'll definitely be getting that game. I'm glad to do history instead of futuristic, because everyone does futuristic nowadays.
Go through there.
But that fad needs to end.
Well, there
So
was
bad.
I was gonna say there was a time where everybody did was old history games. Like remember, like the first and second and third Call of Duties were all World War One or two. Same thing with Medal
Yeah.
of Honor. Same thing with like all those games with the same era.
Look around you.
Uh-huh.
This must have been another test.
Yeah, and then it went Modern Warfare, and then it went futuristic. But futuristic, they just butchered futuristic so bad. And I do blame Call of Duty for that. Although EA's Titanfall definitely helped.
That really safe looking
Wait, EA made Titanfall?
Worth a shot.
Yeah.
Really?
There goes nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, EA's Titanfall.
Nathan, stop. You won't make it. You're too low.
I don't mind them, depending on the gameplay. Like, I don't know, there's a lot of the exact same anymore, and it's just getting boring.
What about me? Right. Just let me look around.
Like, that's one of the nice things about Dying Light is it was a first-person game, a first-person shooter, but there's differences. I mean, the use of melee weapon, the extreme use of melee weapons, and then the ability to parkour was just amazing. But then you would take the exact same concept, you know, like Call of Duty or Titanfall, and it just got retarded. I mean, I remember when I first saw Titanfall, and I watched the video clip of the guy running from wall to wall and then jumping into the window to get a kill, and I'm like, that's a useless steps to get a kill, you know? Why would I even want to do that? And it's been that issue the entire time with the wall jumps and the space jumps and all the weird, you know, oh, look, this guy can jump better than I can, therefore he gets to kill me. I don't like it. For Battlefield, I actually enjoy because it's, oh, okay, I can go and actually do things in the battlefield. I can get points, I can move objects, I can, you know, scope out people. It's not just one job. And it doesn't matter how high I jump.
That's true. That's a very good. That's a very, very, very valid point. And that was really good facting.
This one has some jewels on it, right? Whoa, don't touch it. Why?
Borderlands for first-person shooters would probably have to be my favorite, but that's because it was co-op and the story was awesome, ridiculously hilarious at times, and you didn't have to take it too serious. Like, you knew you were playing a joke, which I really enjoyed. And then how they built the characters and gave all the characters their unique values. And then the fact that you actually built your character. Like, you know, one person could have a siren and you would hop in a game with another siren and she would be completely different. I loved it. And that would be the best first-person shooter that I've actually seen. But it's not against each other. Like, it's not a PvP game. It's a player versus environment, and it's not really environment. It's just player versus NPC. Not a game you would play, or is a game you'd play? Oh. I just got Thief on that sale for $5. Not bad, but it's not like the best game I've ever played. Honestly, I really wish they would just come out with another Splinter Cell. Like, I'm glad. Yeah, one that's not like The Division. I mean, Blacklist was an absolute blast to play, and their multiplayer in Blacklist was so much fun. Yeah, if they did that, yeah, because that game was amazing. And honestly, I think that they could make another one. I would rather have a Splinter Cell than Ghost Recon. Although the new Ghost Recon looks pretty sweet.
Wildlands looks awesome.
But anymore, honestly, after Division, like, I don't know how far I can trust it. Like, I loved The Division, I loved playing it, but it died really quick for me.
Well, the recent updates have been pretty good, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, oh,
They
I haven't
definitely
even
fixed a
been on
lot.
to... I haven't even been on to go and play a lot of the add-ons. But just the way that they handle some players as well. I mean, like, when they came out and said that they were going to start banning players for using glitches, man, that's just bull, in my opinion. Like, no company should do that. If you came out with a game that was incomplete, that's your fault, not their fault for finding it. And
Preach
yet
it.
you were going to start banning people? Yeah, screw you. Like, things like that lose
They didn't
me in
actually do
games.
it, though. They talked about it.
Yeah, but talking about it is enough. Like, even the concept is offensive to me. I mean, you really can't get over yourselves that you can't even say, maybe we shouldn't say this? You know? it's it's retarded. I mean, how many steps does it have to get to the company, through the company, to make it public? You know, it's not one step. There's multiple people talking about it, and even if it's not used, it was threatened, which a threat is good enough. And it's stupid. You know, don't threaten it, don't say it, you know, just go fix it. You know, at least EA comes out and says, oh, we made a mistake with our game, we're going to spend all our time fixing it, with like Battlefield 4. Yeah. Just updating it ain't bad, and fixing little things. I mean, it's not like a bad game. Like I said, I really enjoyed playing The Division. And I just hope that it's not as glitchy or buggy, and that they don't treat their customers the same way they kind of treated The Division customers. Although it's not as bad as, you know, Bungie, where the game I bought and the game it is now are two complete different things. I mean, at least now it doesn't feel like a beta, but it's
Oh,
not my favorite game in the world. And it's... I have not. Jackfruit? Am I hearing that right? Uh-huh. Yeah. More pulpish and less juicy. Ah, that'd be interesting. New fruit, I'd do that.
careful, man. You are what you eat.
That's funny. YouTube video. How do I cut this thing? Next day video. How do I cut this thing? Yes, I want to hear a funny ass video.
That's it. Let's keep moving.
That was amazing. Whatever I just heard.
Why are you buying clothes at the soup store? that's, that's awesome. Oh man. Well, dang. Well, I think I might be getting off. I'm getting tired. I'm not guaranteeing that I'm getting off yet. I'm still deciding. I've, I have a whole process of whether I need to choose to stay up
I
or
guess this
choose to
concludes
go to
episode
sleep.
2.
Oh shit, Sam, sniper! Find cover!
Wait, really? Are you choosing for me?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm being kicked off to bed.
Well,
This,
I'm just
this
going to
is,
end it anyway. So, thanks for watching. Obviously, we know more about everything than you guys do, so I guess if you have comments, you can leave them. Subscribe. And we'll see you next week as we teach you more about video games and how to think and be a human being.
Go buy jackfruit
Jackfruit, yeah. All right, guys. See
and
ya.
YouTube pants.
Like up, Allah, get up.